We sold our house on the edge of town and sold my business in order to start our new journey and buy 20 acres of rural, undeveloped land to try our hand at homesteading. With zero experience, we are planting, growing, harvesting, preserving, raising livestock, building our home ourselves, beekeeping, homeschooling, really everything homestead you can think of, we are trying. We invite you to come alongside us in this learning adventure. If this interests you, which I pray it does, please subscribe to our channel and do please interact with us. We can all learn from each other. Good morning, campers. So I'm going to be putting on some makeup, but I just wanted to let you know that today I plan to bake bread again for the week, and I'm also going to be canning green beans that we grew here in our garden. We have plenty, so an abundant actually. So I'm going to be canning for the first time green beans. This is the first thing that I've canned, other than the honeysuckle jelly. That was like the absolute first, but this is the first like vegetable or true thing that I'm going to be canning. I'm going to be water bath canning them, so I'm a little nervous, but again, it's water bath, so I feel more comfortable with water bathing than pressure canning at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get my makeup done and get started with my day. While I was in doing my makeup this morning, I heard a cry for help. One of my cats got a baby bunny, so I'm gonna try to take her out to the field, make sure she's okay. Sorry. Okay, my babies. Are you gonna be okay? Huh? Or are you hurt? Are you hurt? I don't know, guys. She might be hurt. Maybe not. Let me see. She's about to take off, I think. You're free to go if you can, babe. I think she'll be okay. Oh, praise God. Bye-bye, little love. Stay safe, okay? Okay, I think she's okay. She hopped away just fine, so she didn't look permanently injured. I brought her down here at our pond. Our animals never come down this far. Our cats are not barn cats. They have unlimited food. They're not here to hunt and kill. This is a sanctuary where animals come to live happy the rest of their lives. We're a no-kill homestead. So anytime that I see my cats attacking something, it's not going to happen on my watch. I'm going to go and I'm going to rescue whatever they have to allow them to have like the best possible life here. I know it's the circle of life, but I'm not. If I see something happening, I'm not going to allow it to happen. So anyway, she seems to have scampered off into the bush, and again, I'm down here at our pond with my furry beauties, and now I'm going to finish out the rest of my day. Okay, so I have Kaylin here helping me today. First, I have to show her what to do. So again, I have already cleaned my beans. And we're just gonna snap the ends off and then snap the beans into smaller pieces for canning. So if they're smaller, it only needs to be snapped once. But if they're bigger, we'll probably snap them twice. And then we just make sure that the ends are snapped off. So boom, sure the tips are snapped off. Yep. So I think I've already mentioned that I have probably over 5 pounds. I weighed them before I harvested more yesterday. So I haven't like re-measured or re-weighed them. So I got, this is my first time doing these, I got 6 wide mouth quart jars, and they're prepping in the oven, getting sanitized. Hopefully I got enough out. Hopefully 6 will be enough. If not, we'll be eating green beans tonight for dinner. Do you like doing this?
Yeah.
Meadow, what are you doing, girl? What you doing? Getting in trouble? Why don't you come lay down, babe? I was told that you can keep these whole to can. But we're gonna go ahead and just snap them. I may have to re-wash these once they're all prepped and ready to can. I'll wash them in warm water because, as I was reminded just yesterday, when thinking about canning, cold goes with cold and hot goes with hot, or you can crack your jars. And since my jars are going to be piping hot because they're sanitized, I don't want to run the risk of cracking the jars because the beans are cold. So I'm going to be rinsing them off in warm water so that I can try to prevent that from happening. Sounds like my lids are boiling, so I may have to go turn that down to a slow simmer. Meadow, trying to get into the beans, huh, girl? Okay, I'm gonna go turn that water down. Okay, so my lids are boiling. I'm gonna turn them down just so they'll be at a simmer. Just come up here. Come relax. Come on. Come on, Meadow. Come snuggle. I think she wants to lay down, but the table is pushed closer. What do you think about this?
I think this is great.
Do you like helping with homesteading stuff?
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing so far about being on the homestead? Out of everything you can think of that we have here already, what is your top 2? Give me your 2 favorite things here. Leo wants to say what he likes first. What's your 2 most favorite things?
Sheep farming and...
Sheep farming?
Yes.
Okay.
And gardening.
Oh. You like gardening with Dad?
I'm also just doing this with you.
Oh, I like doing this with you too. I like bread baking, and I love having our sheep girlies, but I love having our pool.
Yes.
Which isn't about homesteading, but it is for ours. Our homestead has a pool, finally. And I really like that because it's already getting hot. So that means the summer is going to be
hot.
Yeah.
Like boiling hot.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get the rest of these processed and then I'll pick you back up when we are ready for the next step. Okay, so don't do what I did. I was smelling smoke and I seen that the kitchen was super hazy and I come in here and my lids are burnt because they were on the pot without water. I let it boil so long that all the water came out of it. The water that you see in there right now is because I am cooling off the pot so I can throw these lids away. Man, this could have been bad news. So don't do that. Keep an eye on your boiling water to make sure that you still have water that you're boiling. Live and learn. Like I said, this is a learning for me channel and I'm new to this. So I need to clean this, throw this out, clean it, and then start over with new lids. Okay, I've got some fresh water and some new lids, and we're gonna start that process all over again. Like I said, this is all new to me, so won't make that same mistake twice. I can guarantee you that. Okay, my pot is full. Just needed to be, I was using this for reference to see how far the water had to go up. But I think we're there. All right, we are done. This whole thing is full. Now I'm gonna re-wash these in warm water, and all of this is going in our compost, so nothing is going to waste. But yeah, that's quite a bit right there. Those are all of our yellow green beans. I guess yellow beans. I don't know what they're actually called.
Golden beans?
Golden beans. Thank you, Kaylin. And then these are green beans. We didn't have enough, so, and I don't really want to mix them. So these are what we're going to process today, and then I may make dinner with these. Keep them in our fridge for a little bit longer. Okay, so it's about to get a little chaotic. I have the jars still baking. I have the lids. I have this pot of water started, and that's what's gonna go inside the beans. And I have my canning water started, so it's about to get real crazy in here. Here's the newly rinsed off beans, and I'm gonna transfer them to the pot of water. Huge shout out to my friend April, who has helped me through this whole process. If it wasn't for her, I think that there would be no hope. She has really talked me off the ledge several times now. But this is her recommendation, was to put them in the canning water, the water that's going inside the jars for the beans, just to make sure that they're warm. So again, transferring hot to hot, warm to warm, instead of mixing cold hot, to just protect us from cracking the jars. So hot is gonna go with hot. So I'm putting these in the water, not to cook them, but just so that the temperature is right when I'm about to transfer them into the jars. Okay, so here's my beans. And so that I don't have to take a spoon to separate the water out, I put it in this guy. I found this at Goodwill about a month ago, and I didn't know at the time what I was going to use it for, but perfect, because now I don't have to spoon them out. I just lift the whole thing up. It's genius, and I'm so thankful that I picked it up, even though at the time I had no idea what I would even use it for. So I'm gonna keep that up here, and we're still waiting for this pot to boil. Also, I wanted to mention that we are still transferring from the tiny house into our addition. I don't know if you've seen the previous videos where we had to build the tiny house within a month and a half in order to be able to have a place for our family to live due to like the timing and closing. Well, anyway, we recently started adding on to it for it to become our forever home. So if you see the TV in the kitchen, it's because I didn't used to even have an oven, and this used to be like our general living space, dining room, living room, kitchen. Although my kitchen at the time didn't have any running water, didn't have any countertops, any cabinets, nothing. So all of this is fairly new. For Mother's Day, my husband installed the oven. So thankful. That's been like the best Mother's Day gift I've ever been given is my oven back. I used a air fryer oven for 2.5 years, and that's what I had to cook our family of 4 our dinners in. So it's been, and then a dual mobile like cook topper thing, don't know what it's called, but like a 2-burner thing that you plug in. Those 2 things consisted of, that was my entire kitchen. So thankful and blessed to have this, and it's perfect timing for canning season, so he got it done for me so I can get this done. Okay, so as you see, I'm prepped and ready to go because it has to be a quick process once this pot of water is ready to go. So you have to kind of just time it all right, which is what I'm finding out, which is why everything is kind of going at the same time, and these are ready whenever this is ready. But anyway, I also have all of my utensils out. I also have my distilled white vinegar as well as salt, because that's going to go in the jars. That's all prepped and ready, and then my measuring spoons are all ready. So I've got tongs, I've got my oven mitts, I've got my rings, I've got everything here. So hopefully, God willing, nothing goes wrong on my first try. Be praying for me. Have to fit in canning everywhere we can. And now it's time for everyone's lunch break. So I just fed the kids, and now I'm feeding the baby. This only takes literal seconds though. She pounds down a bottle in seconds. After this, we'll get back to the canning process. Right now I currently have the water boiling. Also, I went ahead and I put my hair up in a quick fashion, just because my hair is the last thing that I want to get in the way of this process. So I put it up so it's not in my way. It is super long, so I'm ready to go. Okay, so the water is finally to the simmering point. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the jars out and start filling them, because again, it all has to be timed right, and this will soon be at a boil. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the jars out, start filling them. They have been in here literally all morning. I have already inspected these jars for any cracks on the lids or anywhere on the body. I'm gonna go ahead and turn those burners off. Now I don't really know the best way to start filling these. I'm a little nervous, can't you tell? Oh my goodness. Oh, be praying, be praying, be praying. Probably should use my funnel that I got out, huh? Can you see those? Can you see the jar? Yeah, you can. Okay. Okay, my friend said to load them up to the neck of the jars. So that's what I'm trying to do. Doesn't look like I'm gonna need all 6 of these jars, sadly. It looked like I had a lot more. Huh, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for another jar. Yeah, it looks like I'm just gonna get 3 quarts, 3-quart jars full. I was told to pack them full, so that's what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna add the salt and the white vinegar. She said that adding the white vinegar helps with the acidity, since I'm water bath canning and not pressure canning. So now I'm gonna put the lids on and put them in my water bath canner. I'm so nervous, I'm shaking. Okay, now I'm gonna put the rings on and then put the jars in my canner. She said just to put them on lightly. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. I'm so nervous. Ooh, there's way too much water in there. What do I do? What do I do? Oh, jeez. This is called improvising. Oh, jeez. Well, at least you're here for the show, right? How does one fix their own stupidity? You're about to find out. Okay, hopefully I got enough water out of there, and now I need to put the lid on and have it boil for 10 minutes. Is that normal? Looks like the bubbles are coming out from underneath the lids. Okay, I just need to shut the lid and let them cook for 10 minutes. She came back for more. Oh yeah, lean into it. Lean into it. Lean into it. Everyone likes a good booty scratching. Yeah. All right, it's been 10 minutes. I'm gonna turn this off and slowly push it over to to the cooler side. So I'm gonna slowly push it over. I need both hands for that. And then that's where they're gonna sit for 10-15 minutes. Okay, so now that it's been a little over 10 minutes, I'm gonna take them out of the pot, set them here where they're gonna be for 24 hours. Now we just have to wait for them to seal. Here's praying. Now we pray for a seal. We cannot touch them for 24 hours. Now I'm prepped and ready to make our bread, our sandwich bread for the week. I forgot the oil. Now I'm gonna let it rest for 10 minutes. All right, it's nice and bubbly. Oh, that's my alarm for the 10 minutes of resting. And now I'm going to add more flour. I already also greased the bowl that it's gonna rise in. And it's gonna rise for at least an hour. Oh my goodness, I just made a huge mess. Did you see that? Oh my goodness. Guess I'll be mopping the floors again today, along with everything else I have going on. Jeez. I may have added too much flour. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water because now it's too dry, I'm afraid. I'm gonna keep kneading it and see if it moistens back up because it feels like it could be. Yeah, it's feeling too dry to me. I did add just the tiniest bit of water. I'm not really pleased with how this dough is looking, but here it is. I'm going to roll it into a ball and put it in my greased bowl, and that's where I'm going to let it rise for an hour. Usually it just takes an hour for me here. Could take longer, but this recipe usually takes just an hour for me. So here's the dough ball, and I'm gonna put it in the bowl, and then I'm gonna put a towel over it. Here's the way it's looking in the bowl. And we'll come back and it should be doubled. The recipe says to grease the pan, but I have found it works better for me if I use parchment paper. So now I'm just making my loaves. And then I'm going to let them rise for another hour. So this is what the first one looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and do the second one. Looks like this loaf might be a little bigger. It's okay if you don't do exactly equal parts. I don't know why my camera keeps moving. This is a new gimbal style contraption that I got. And it keeps moving. It's moving again. I wonder if I have it on the wrong setting. Where are you going? Okay, that's the second one, and now I'm going to put the towel back over it and let it continue to rise for another hour. I think I'm going to let them rise a little bit longer, but I do have the oven preheated to 350. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let it rise just a little bit longer. I feel like it has doubled in size. I think I'm gonna put it over on my warmed oven. It's warming up because I preheated it. I think I'm gonna go over there and put it on top of the oven because you really are supposed to put it in like the warmest place to let it rise. I'm going to let it finish rising on top of the oven. In the meantime, I have cleaned my workspace because it is very good for the mind, body, and soul if you have a clean workstation. So I'm prepped and ready for the next step. I can go ahead and get rid of my cookbook because all I have left to do is put the dough in the oven. And I've washed and sanitized the counter space, so then I'm just ready to cut the bread once it fully cools. Okay, I'm gonna bake it for 30 minutes until the top is golden brown. Here they are. And I'll show you what they look like once they're done baking. And now I'm gonna add butter to the top and let them stay in the pan to cool. You can sure tell a difference when I forget to turn on my light. But I'm just adding butter quickly to the top because they do come out like hard as a rock, and this helps soften the crust. Oh, it smells so good. I don't know if you've ever made fresh bread before. You need to at least do it once in your lifetime. It tastes unbelievable. And the smell, oh, it just makes your whole house smell like you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It just smells like you're just doing something right with your life. Like you pretend to have it all together, because I definitely do not have it all together, not even anywhere close. But it sure smells like I do when I bake bread. Okay, now that the tops are all buttered, I'm gonna cover them, put them in a safe place, because my dogs will end up finding it and then that would break my heart. So I'm gonna just put them in a place to cool. And this is where I'm gonna end today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed what you're watching. If you wanna watch more content, please do subscribe. It would sure bless me if you did. And then click on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And remember to be blessed and be a blessing. Bye. Sorry about my dogs. Good morning, campers. It's time to be very transparent. I checked on my cans this morning and only one of them took a seal. So now I'm gonna have to do that whole process over. I mean, I guess it's fine because I have 3 other bags that I found last night after finished canning of green beans. So now I'll have an opportunity to can those as well. I'm also going to do it in pint jars instead of quart, because I think that that would work out best for my family. But also, I don't know if you noticed in the video, but the bread was just not looking right. Well, when I went to cut it this morning, it's very dense, and I took a bite and it's super salty, even though I only added like 2 teaspoons of salt. So it's like all day yesterday was a fail, and I was on my feet all day long, to the point where I'm in so much pain this morning. I'm just being real. This is what I wanted this channel to be, was to be completely vulnerable and honest. So that's where I'm at today. I'm feeling very discouraged. I don't really want to get back in the kitchen, but I'm going to reprocess the beans, process more beans, and attempt to make bread again. It's like yesterday didn't even exist. And I don't know if it was because I was also focused on filming, and I'm new at filming, plus I'm new at being a homesteader. Maybe I just couldn't, I don't know what happened. I thought it wasn't that bad. I thought it was gonna turn out. Okay, well, I'm gonna give it another go round, and if it's successful, I'll insert those pictures or videos here. I gotta say, I was really close to just not redoing this whole process, but this is how we learn, and I'm feeling better. So, like, mentally, it just was a long day yesterday, and for every single thing I did fail, it just hurt my heart a little bit. But I now have a renewed mind, and I have my new pots of water starting to boil, and I'm gonna reprocess the beans, and after that I'm going to make another attempt at this week's bread. I don't know what happened yesterday, but hopefully it was just a one-off, and just be praying with me, and I will keep you posted on how things go. If anyone has any tips or tricks, or if you noticed anything that I did wrong as for like the reason why things failed, please let me know in the comments nicely down below. I do now know why 2 of my jars didn't seal, and if you probably caught, if you do can, I didn't wipe the rims of the glass, and I even thought, that's kind of weird that the instructions don't say to wipe the rim. I don't know why I just didn't do it. Again, this was my first time canning. I keep looking over at my jars. So this time I'm going to wipe the rim, and Yeah, I guess that's really the only difference I'm gonna do is wipe the rims. So I'm gonna reprocess them the way I was advised to, and then you could just come along the journey with me. Okay, I got all the rest of the beans that I didn't see in the fridge processed. Now they're going in the pot as well to get warm. Looks like this pot of water is ready. Although I'm not ready because now the beans need to get warm just so we don't crack the glass. So I'm gonna let these heat up. I'm gonna turn up the heat. The jars should be ready. I'm heating those back up. This time I'm taking my time and I'm not rushing this process, even though I thought I was rushed for time to make sure that everything stayed hot. But I don't want to rush myself this time, so I am taking my time, being more particular. My camera's moving again. It's a new tripod, so I need to do some research to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna add the water and then the vinegar and the salt. My issue also is the kitchen is not complete, so I only have so much space to work in, and that does not help with the stress of it all, you know what I mean? So eventually when this kitchen gets done, maybe that will help me perfect this canning process, but it seems like everything is against me, and I'm just trying to power through it with as best of a positive attitude as I possibly can. I'm also going to add vinegar into the pot so that the white residue or film doesn't get put on these jars this time either. Okay, Let's be praying. Now that I have 5 minutes, I'm going to take the second batch out of the oven and start to fill those jars so that I'll be ready to put them back in the hot water whenever these are done processing. Am I taking on too much at once? Most likely. I almost forgot that these need to stay in here for 10 minutes. Oh, I processed this too soon. I forgot this step. Shoot, I hope that doesn't ruin these. What I think I might do is put these back in the oven. Since the oven is off, but it's still warm, that way it keeps its temperature. I don't know what else to do. Okay, I'm gonna slide it back over here and to heat back up for my other jars, and meanwhile life goes on. So, oh, I just heard a pop. Did you hear that through my talking? Life goes on, so I also have to cook my children's lunch because it is lunchtime. At least one of them sealed. I heard one of them do the sound. I think it was this one. So while I'm waiting for that water to heat up, I'm gonna bring you over here with me. Did you hear that? That was number 3. I've heard 3 pops. Okay. So even though this bread didn't turn out the best, I am still going to use it for grilled cheese sandwich. So I need a knife. If you guys stick around during the chaos of the beginnings of my page, I truly appreciate you. Truly, truly, truly. To get through all these hiccups while I learn, and if you have the patience to stick with me, I truly appreciate you, honestly. I don't know what you're wanting, sir. You're cutting my head off. Is that what you're wanting? It moves on its own and then it complains because it moved. But I didn't move it. So what is it really wanting? Ah! This is so chaotic. Why? Anyway, this is how the bread sliced. On camera it doesn't look bad. Oop! On camera it doesn't look bad, but it really is like thick and dense. You're getting away from me again there, pal. Okay, what I'm gonna do when I sit down for a break is read the owner's manual to this thing to figure out why it keeps going away from me. I don't know what it thinks it's doing, but it is not helpful. I may end up scratching this whole part of the video and just tell you I failed and take pictures at the end to show if I've conquered or not. Because this is so chaotic. It is nuts. It's once again boiling, so I'm going to attempt to process the rest of the jars and hope I don't burn the kids' grilled cheese sandwich. I can't start the timer yet because it stopped boiling like it did last time. And then ever so slightly, I'm gonna push it over. Ever so slightly. Set it again for 10 minutes. Yay! It looks like the middle one might go soon. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Meadow just laid down with Sashi. Snuggin'. Yes. Yes. What a beautiful sound. Okay. I will check in the morning to make sure that all of them sealed.
today's already going way better.
Okay, campers. So I guess the moral of the story is there is no failures unless you refuse to try. So I wouldn't call this a complete fail because I was able to redeem myself, and the jars, every single one of them, sealed. So if you guys were rooting me on, and if you made it all the way through this video, please comment down below with a sheep emoji, and we will see you next time. Bye. Yeah.